Okay, just do a quick mic check.
Yeah.
All right, we are live. Can you share the link or should I?
Just do it now.
Okay. Set broadcast.
Realistic. Let's go.
All right, I believe everything has been done by me. And so, hello and welcome everyone to the Hybrid Theory Racing League Division de Realistic around Jeddah. Now, Jeddah being a very technical track, one of the latest tracks designed by Herman Tilke, or rather crucified by Herman Tilke. We see Jeddah have Jeddah has 27 turns. All are pretty technical. Let's see how the 18 drivers we have with us today navigate them. I am Chipshima. Along with me is Redstone. Redstone, what do you make of this track?
I think it's going to be quite an interesting race with the realistic performance, and given the nature of Jeddah as a track, I think the Haas's and the likes of Williams, I think they're going to be quite, it's going to be quite a pain to drive those tractors, if I may.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, I think this sort of levels the playing field with realistic performance with the faster drivers in the slower cars. Not necessarily, but that's the general theme of it. But yeah, what are your predictions, Chips?
It's a mixed up field, but I feel like we are probably going to see Rev King at the top. That's my prediction. Somewhere in the top 3. That's my prediction. He's in the Ferrari. He is a fast driver, and we've seen quite a few good things from him. So I expect him to be in the top 3. And another prediction I would just like to throw out there maybe would be I don't know who else should I pick. Maybe Manan finishes on the podium.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's fair. He's a consistent driver, clean driver, and
but I'm going to go out and say, Chips, I think I'm going to go out and say VFix is going to put his car in the top 7. I have a strong feeling. So let's see how that materializes. But yeah, that's a bold prediction.
Yep. Let's see if he's top 7 or if he's top 1 IoT pole. Nonetheless, we see PSI.
Haas, I would give up racing. I'm telling you. Today, I'm just gonna, give up racing as a whole.
Yep. I mean, but it's VFX. We've seen him do that. Nonetheless, we see PSI on a lap. So, would you like to take us through the lap? Not very familiar with Jeddah corner numbers.
Neither am I, but I will give it a shot. Let's see how he navigates this section. Fairly cautious, tucks the inside, hesitant on the power, keeps nice and close to the walls. Takes this particular section really well, if I may. Committed, brave, I would say. And I think the lack of downforce on the McLaren is quite visible because he's really hesitant to put the power down, like even here. Hugs the inside, swings the car around, gets the car slowed down well. I think this is a good lap from him so far, Chips. Committed.
Actually, it's a pretty neat lap considering the fact that he's in a McLaren. And
sticking really awfully close to the walls. Oh, then he goes a little wide there. Hesitant on the power again. Close to the wall here as well. I think the key to maximize Jeddah is just utilize the track to the limit. Stick as close to the wall. Let's see how he takes this final corner. Nice and tidy. Gets on the power fairly well. DR is wide open, and that's going to be oh, he hits the wall there. 131. Yeah, he tapped the
cinematic.
Wall. I mean, I really don't know if that's a good lap or not, but we will see.
Yes, certainly. I think that was a pretty neat lap.
Abhishek just hit the wall on his out lap, I think.
I think his front wing looks intact, so I think he's just got away with it. No, I think he's on his hot lap. No, his timer is...
No, his battery is full, so I think he's just...
Yeah, I just saw the battery last minute. I see a Haas coming up to the final corner. Is that Jishnu or is that Vifix on the hard tires? My word.
Meanwhile,
And-
Rev King's committed through these series of corners. He's just nailing it.
And he is. I mean, that's one of my predictions coming true. At least Rev King doing exactly
I mean,
as I
look
asked him
how
to.
visibly he's able to he's able to carry a higher gear through the corners compared to the McLaren. It's just visible, Chips, the difference.
Yep. Oh, Hershey gets a penalty.
Shabby there. Oh
Yep.
God, what happened there?
He collided with Ramen. I'm not sure what happened to Ramen, but there's a yellow flag there. We'll just focus on Rev King's lap for now. End sector 2, and he has a
Grazes
much
the
better
wall
run.
a bit.
Yep, there is a slow Red Bull ahead of him who gets out of the way, stays out of the way rather. And with DRS open, the Ferrari actually looks pretty stunning under the lights here. And he doesn't take the rather extreme route that we saw PSI take. But let's see the final corner. He navigates it
Short shifting,
amazingly
he's going to get a bit of a toe.
from the Alfa Romeo ahead. And I believe this is going to be pole. I believe it's going to be a 29.5. 29.0.
Yeah, 29 flat, yeah. See,
Lovely.
and I think he still has a lot of time to gain their Chips.
Yes,
He
I
was
think
quite
that
hesitant in a few corners, went wide. I think if he really hooks up a lap, I think he can go at least 5 tenths faster easily.
Yep, and that would
Meanwhile,
really be
Jishnu
something
with a 129.8 in a Haas, that's
respectable.
brutal.
Yep. Very respectable. And we also see Sid Venkatesh in the Alfa Romeo go P4. He was the Alfa Romeo that gave Rev King a very nice tow down the main straight. But I still think we have a couple of surprises. Couple of drivers are still yet to show their true potential. We see Raman on a lap. We see Racing Gupta about to finish his lap. He is going to be coming up to the line in the Aston Martin. Not particularly the best car on the grid by a long shot. But nonetheless, with
Meanwhile,
DRS open-
GRL Mosquito has purpled the second sector, but I think that's just Cody's being Cody. So,
Yeah, I think that's the same.
oh, actually, the first sector. My bad.
I see Shrikant was kind of racing an Alfa Romeo there. Was that Sid Venkatesh? I'm not sure, but he's
Oh
going to
wait,
get a...
is he? There's a car ahead of him.
That
I
is
think
Rev
he's
King.
gonna.
That's Rev King probably. Yep, it is.
Oh, is he giving
So-
him a toe? Yes, he
And
was
he
giving him a
slingshots.
toe.
Yep, and he slingshots out, but I think his entry was compromised there if you see.
Yeah,
His exit
I
is
mean,
fine.
he took a tighter line.
Yep, and coming up to the line, Shrikant on the mediums, what can he achieve? He goes P6.
131 too. That's not bad. That's not a bad effort.
Yep, considering
mediums.
exactly considering the fact that he's on the mediums, it's a pretty good lap. We see a couple of drivers on their out laps. Manan and Hershey are on their out laps. Hershey is invalidated for some reason, and
I would
Smith
really
as
like
well.
to see the kind of lap Manan would put in that Red Bull.
Vivek has completely drained his battery. He has just 5%, 6%. And is this his hot lap attempt? Because actually, look, it's a very respectable and committed lap.
I think he's just
done.
getting to grips with the car. With 138 with hards and on a high fuel load. Jesus.
And in a Haas.
Yeah, exactly.
Need we say much more? He's a second off his teammate, but then again, he is driving a different race compared to the rest of the field. We see Rev King switch onto the mediums for some reason. Somebody we've not talked about much here is Abdul Samad, who in the Mercedes has gone P5. It's a pretty good effort by him, and that's a very fancy helmet design. And he breaks his front wing. How did he do that? He just
Just a second.
Annihilated
Just
his
sending out
entire-
an invite.
all right.
Yeah.
Certainly. Somehow Abdul Samad ended up breaking his front wing. Hershey on a lap. We have just 7 drivers who have not set a lap time from Hershey down to Spandan, as you can see right there. But I believe most of them will be
Meanwhile,
about to...
Manin's going to start a lap. You want to take us through that lap, Chips?
All right. Not very familiar with Jeddah corner names or numbers. There are no names, but nonetheless. Manan in the Red Bull. I believe he opened his DRS. I couldn't really catch that. But through turns 1 and 2, these are the only ones I know. He navigates them pretty well. And he is confident with the throttle input. Let's see his angle of steering through this corner. I think he went a bit too deep there. Lost a bit of time, but nonetheless, he's in a Red Bull. He's going to gain back all that time. And through this technical section, we have to lift off. And he kept it within the white lines. Then I'm
Oh.
surprised there. He had to lift off a lot there. Let's see his time through sector 1. Nah, it's pretty low down the order. I think we are probably gonna see better from Manan. Has he backed off or is he gonna continue? I think he's gonna continue on with his lap. So through this technical right-left hander, I don't. These fast turns are where Manan I think is struggling a bit. I do as well. These turns are pretty tricky on a controller. Jeddah is not really a controller track; it's more of a wheel track.
I mean, it's beautiful to drive on the wheel.
Yeah.
So it's just so flowy.
And
one of my favorite tracks, to say the least.
Yep, it's a great track to drive around.
I would have backed off if I was Manin. Like, you lost so much time through sector 1. I think I would have just backed off.
What happened to Racing Gupta? We are gonna see an Alfa Romeo come up to that part of the track, and let's see what happened to Gupta here. He has I think it's a pretty. And Manan goes P6, so that's what I was gonna say. He might as well set a lap time because. I mean, you never know when if your second run would even be completed.
Spandan invalidates his lap as well.
You see Rev King on the mediums, and is he going to improve on his personal best? No, he's down by a 10th. I don't understand why he's out on mediums. Is he just that confident that his time won't be beat, that he's doing race runs? If you were Rev King, would you use up your medium set like this? I feel like it's a bit of a risk, maybe, to unnecessarily.
I wouldn't particularly do that. I mean,
because
I'm not sure what he's trying to do there, but I would never do that.
Yeah, me neither, because we see him and Vifix have gone on to, the harder compound. He has improved in the second sector, and he's actually, that is some sheer commitment by Rev King there through that section.
No, I told you, he lost a lot of time, and to be honest, through a few sectors, the tire difference doesn't really matter as much. So I think he's just clawing back the time.
And he's gonna get a good tow from the Aston Martin, or the Aston Martin dives into the pit lane and he boxes
back into the pits.
Yep.
A little cheeky cut of the pit entry, but some for me to talk about.
Yep. We're just here to enjoy the show. Jishnu about to start his lap. I believe we are yet to see. Okay, PSI is invalidated, but I believe he's on his out lap anyway, so it doesn't matter. What about his teammate Shrikant Das, who is is he starting his lap? Yeah, I think he just started his lap. Shrikant, he is in the midfield right now. Did he tap the wall there? It sounded like it. But nonetheless, Shrikant...
Meanwhile, Smith is doing fairly well in the... Oh, as I say that, he's lost a lot of time.
And I think that, let's see his time through sector 1. He's improving by 2.5 tenths. Is he giving his teammate Abhishek a nice tow? Possibly. Well, look at Smith's battery and look at Abhishek's battery.
I don't think they're in the same party chat though, so I'm not too sure. But
and I mean, look, Smith is on 2 lap old soft tires while Abhishek is on 1 lap.
So then probably it is a tow. I mean, I just hope they don't come together.
I hope so. And I mean, Smith is doing a pretty good job. Let's see, we'll come to... Smith is up by 7 tenths in the middle sector, while Abhishek's...
Abhishek's had to I think he's getting a little distracted with the car ahead because he tapped the wall and that sort of threw him off for the next 2 corners.
Let's have a look.
So let's see what these guys pull off.
Smith is not going to back off. I think he was on a genuine lap there, Smith. And what about Abhishek's? Both are
he is on the lap as well. Oh, he's coming back into the pits.
In tandem, Smith goes up to P11, improves by almost 1.2 seconds. P11, does he have enough time to come out again?
Surprising to see Easy Level Bot not set a time yet. Maybe he's just going to go for 1 run.
Probably. I think he's maybe saving his tires, just going to go out for the 1 solitary run. We also haven't seen TBK Tanishq on a lap in the Ferrari. He wanted to change.
Going by what he said from the general chat.
Don't think he's very keen to drive it. So. Yep, I don't think he's very keen to drive that car today. I mean, it's very... Okay, I'm not going to say too much.
You know what they say, Chips? It's not really about the car, it's about the driver, right? So, you never know. Yeah, you can be confident starting last in the fastest car, but you've still got to navigate your way through
Yes.
17 other drivers. So,
Certainly.
I mean, good luck to him if he's feeling confident. But yeah,
Yes, thank you, Yash. Yash says all the best. Thank you very much. We shall do our best. And I think we should follow Harshi, who could possibly get a P2
oh
grid
god,
slot here.
is he
And
coming up to traffic now?
who is that? Is that Spandan? It has to be Spandan. Gupta has retired from the session.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it is Spandan. So this
Yep.
is going to be
Oh,
quite
this is-
interesting.
I think Harshi must be getting frustrated. I can make out with his.
I mean, if both of them are on their hot laps, neither one of them are obliged
Oh.
to, let each other go.
Yup, and Spandan just went very wide, and
Spandan
Harshi
cutting
and
track
both.
limits, and
Yep.
he's backed off.
I don't really know why Harshi stuck so close to the back rear end of Spandan there. It really
Yeah.
wasn't going to do him any good through this technical first.
Because
half
Spandan
of the-
was on a hot lap, so he's not obliged to move away. So
Yup.
I think Harshi should have picked his timing on track better. But yeah.
And we see Ibrahim about to
Meanwhile-
box. No, Ibrahim about to start his lap. All right, he was really close to the pit lane there. Ibrahim currently the last of the drivers who have set a lap time.
Meanwhile, VFix has come out on softs, and
Yep, and he comes so close to the Red Bull there. There's a lot of traffic for Ibrahim to navigate. I think Vifix may have possibly
impeded.
Yep, and Ibrahim going a bit deep there in that corner. I think it wasn't just Vifix, there was also a Mercedes over there, so and Ibrahim is really
it
not
was
having
so
a good
wide.
time. Yep, he is not
Yeah.
having a good time. Yeah, look at that. That's not a proper steering input there. I think he should just maybe charge up his back. He's up by 4 tenths though, so I'm not sure what
That's
happened
still
on his
like-
first run.
You still need like 3 seconds. So
We are also Abhishek's down in P15. That's not where we usually see Abhishek's. Probably the AlphaTauri is playing a part in that, but
I mean, he is on a hot lap right now. So let's see if he can improve and put it somewhere on the top 10.
and
Should be
as-
possible.
Yep,
The driver of his caliber.
As we say that, I see Easy Level Bot on an outlap, TBK also on an outlap, and Ref King who's just started his lap. So we could possibly see the first time in the 128s.
Oh,
I think it's
easy
entirely
level
possible.
bot clipped the wall. I think that's quali over for him. doesn't
Yep,
have
he's
an
missing an
end
end
plate on
plate.
the right side.
Yep, that's quali over for Easy Level Bot. I don't think he would have made the line in time anyways. Would he?
No,
I think he would have.
I don't know. It's just really weird from what I saw. He
Yep.
sort of seemed intentional, but knowing easy level board, I don't think he'll pull something like that. So I think he just was pushing to get to the line and got caught off.
I think that's true. Rev King up by 3.5 tenths. At the moment, the field is in a Ferrari sandwich. TBK down in last place and Rev King in pole position. Let's see what Rev King can do. He is on an absolute flyer of a lap. And let's see his steering through this technical section. He navigates it beautifully, but he grazes the wall there. I hope it was just a graze and not a hit. Because I think, his front end plate looks intact. We have a yellow flag in sector 1. For some reason, and Rev King's up by almost half a second. And alright, and
I
maybe
told
would
you.
have easy level ball
Easy level
out
board
of
retired
session.
from the session.
Yep, couple of drivers crossing the line right now. I don't think they're really consequential though. I see a Red Bull, I see an Alpine, but the Ferrari of Rev King coming up to the final corner. And he navigates it pretty well, and up to the line. Ibrahim retires from the session, but what about Rev King? Can he improve? Can he go into the 128s? Yes, he can. It's a 128.647 from
As
the
I
Ferrari
told
driver.
you, Chips. I told you he had 5 more tens in him on that lap.
that was a very
Meanwhile,
good prediction.
Jishnu,
He's improving marginally, so what he needs to do is secure his
I think
position.
VFix is gonna cross the line before Jishnu does. So
And PSI, I believe, is going to cross. Yeah, PSI is giving Jishnu. Oh, PSI boxes. What about Vifix? Vifix
yeah, he
carries
was
on.
giving VFix a toe.
And Vifix goes P3.
Wow.
So
And he
PSI.
did make a few errors on that lap. So
Yep. And Jishnu, I think he stayed.
Jishnu,
I don't think he improved there.
yeah,
But
I don't think he
so
improved there.
PSI effectively gave Vifix a grid slot ahead of him, right there, because
So the
Well,
Ferrari engines have
really
locked out the
come alive
top
here.
3.
Yup, the Ferraris have come alive here. Ferrari engines rather, with Rev King, Jishnu and Vifix making it a Ferrari engine 1, 2, 3. And well, we now wait for the main race. So this was qualifying, very, very interesting and entertaining, but I believe there's still a lot more to see. So, as we end qualifying, we see Rev King take pole position by 1.2 seconds. Hardly believable that
I'm
I'm
telling you,
saying that.
like, even if he doesn't get the greatest of the starts he desires, I think that's still just like hang back and let the car do its thing, you know?
Yes, I think so as well. We have Jishnu and Vifix
But
making it a
meanwhile,
harsh. Yep.
meanwhile, Smith in that Alpha Tauri in P6, that's a brilliant effort, I would say.
I think we missed that entirely. I missed that. I didn't really catch it. Can't
It's
run through
just
the grid.
disappointing to see the Red Bull so far down.
Yep, Ibrahim and Manan. It's P9 and P16. It has to be disappointing, but I mean, there's still a race to go.
Oh, it's raining chips.
Is it?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
it's not loaded for me?
It's raining. Oh,
Wait.
this is gonna mix things up.
Wow.
I'm excited. I'm really
Wow.
excited for this.
Wow. This is.
So, do you think they were running wet setups, chips? Because I didn't see like really high top speeds on the laps that I saw.
Possibly then. I believe that the race, at least the major part of it, is going to be wet. And I see the fans in the grandstand, rather the paddock, getting very hyped. And I believe we
I'm
are as
telling
well.
you, I'm hyped to commentate.
Yep, exactly.
And I genuinely wish I was racing right now. Jeddah and the wets, it's beautiful. It's a dance.
And
I
we
don't know.
have-
I'm sorry, viewers. I'm getting really excited because I love the wet conditions.
You have a right to be excited. This is not something we usually see. PSI says dry in the end, inters throughout. All right, that's going to be pretty interesting to follow. Now that we know that how the weather is going to be, let's see who would be the first person to make the gamble and go into the soft tires. Rather the dry tires, not necessarily the soft tires. Well, let's see. With the lights, with the timer out, and everybody is on the intermediate tires, I expect. Yes, nothing else to be expected. What's going on? Why the field crawling off the line? All right. The field is crawling off the lines pretty seriously there. But I hope nobody makes contact. Harshi and Abdul Samad almost came close. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Harshi has had a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Ramin, I believe, and well, pretty unnecessary, I would say, to get a penalty there. What's happened here to the Haas of who is this? This is Jishnu.
Oh, I saw some chaos there.
Yep, Jishnu had a spin or maybe a moment because he's now sandwiched between the Mercedes and the Alpine.
I mean, one good thing for the drivers, Chips, I think the wet conditions, it's really going to come as an advantage, if I may, if you're confident with the conditions, with lower powered cars. So that eliminates the need for the absolute engine power. So it sort of levels the playing field, as in real life. Oh, meanwhile, BFX goes for a spin there.
Oh, and there's a bit of racing going on between the... Oh, so close between the Mercedes and the Haas there. Yep, a VFX. From Racing Gupta's POV, everything is pretty chaotic here, up ahead. And I think the Mercedes just hit the wall. And oh my word, what is going on here? Oof. Spandan and Ibrahim both hit the wall at the same time. And I think, TBK is going to be the last car while his teammate Rev King is already past the final corner and
he's slowing down massively. I mean, and I think
look at the gap between
Alfa,
yep, exactly, Alfa Romeo.
The Alfa Romeo, right? I think GRL and Tanishq.
Look ahead of them. There's the Red Bull of Manan just has a massive spin there. Or is that just a tactic? A very
tactics.
1000
I would
IQ
say
play.
Tactics, Chips. I mean, you've been there. I've been there. We've been there. And
he makes contact with who is that? Is that Mosquito? And they're disqualified. I was just waiting for that.
I mean, we both of us are drivers. End of the day, and you know how it is, Chips. You're gonna try and find the loopholes and do as much as you can to gain an advantage. So.
Oh, Spandan just blast past TPK there. But yes, we do need to find all the loopholes and all the places where you can gain any advantage whatsoever, because that's what a competition is about. and I think TBK is going to be the last car on the grid. Would you like to take us through the race start?
You do it.
All right.
You're the pro.
TBK is on the grid, and we have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Bit of a pause, and can I get a good angle, please? It's lights out, and away we go. Yeah, away we go. Jishnu gets a fantastic start. Ref King does not get the best of race starts there, and behind him the other half of Vifix also gets a great start, and we see a McLaren of PSI there. Yep, that was a very opportunistic dive there by the McLaren driver. I see a Red Bull out of track limits there. I see
absolute carnage,
chaos and carnage going on. Yep, and I see an AlphaTauri. Yep. P.S. Smith having a rough time there. I see bits of front wing just flailing about there in the background, but we see Spun. What's happened?
Ibrahim taps out GRL Mosquito there.
I think there's a lot of chaos going on, and Easy Level Bot is really far behind the field, but up ahead it was temporarily a Haas 1-2 before PSI just, I don't know what happened to PSI there. Does he have damage? I think he does. Yep, left end plate missing, and Ref King is now stuck behind the McLaren there. Ref King really did not get a good start, and he's sliding there. I think Vifix is really...
So that's going to give Vfix an excellent drive, but it's difficult to overtake here in dry conditions, let alone wet.
Yeah. And Rev King struggling in the wet conditions, and the two Aston Martins, just look at them, Racing Gupta and Spandan up 6 and 8 places respectively. What a great race start by them, and behind them Srikanth hot on the heels of Spandan there as they come to the end of sector 2. What about Vifix and Rev King? Not much happening over there.
I would really say Chips, like, watch out for Racing Gupta. He's really quick in these conditions, and I think he's
and Harshi.
Good show.
Harshi on Srikanth. Wow, there's so many battles going on. Further back, there's an Alpine. It is the two of them. And Harshi making the move around the outside. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. What a lovely move.
Brilliant move.
Lovely move by Harshi there. And Jishnu ends the first lap.
Jishnu is just flying away.
Yep, and Vifix.
I'm telling you, like I told you, Jishnu is one of the fastest drivers in the wets, and that the wet conditions really negates the pace difference. And he clips the wall as I say it.
Harshi gets past Spandan and Jishnu, what's happening to our race leader here? Does he have damage? He's losing a lot of time. He's losing truckloads of time. He's just lost about 6/10 to P2 man PSI, and we still see Vifix stuck behind the Ferrari of Rev King, but Harshi really eager to make up places, and Srikanth goes very wide there, but Harshi got past Spandan at turn 1 with a very aggressive dive, I would say, so he's really eager to make back all the places
he lost. Harshi is going to send one down the inside, and he does.
Yep. And Gupta has damage. Gupta has damage on his end plate, and Gupta comes so close to making contact. I think he used all his skill to keep the car from tapping, and Vifix taps the wall. Vifix taps the wall there. Does he have damage? I don't necessarily think he does. No, I think he just got away with it. And PSI going very wide there. PSI is really struggling in these conditions. Rev King is really stuck in no man's land. He can't get past the driver head, and he can't really let the driver behind get close to him either. Now Harshi, after setting after Vifix here, as they come to the end of sector 2, I think Harshi is really one we should be following. Possibly we should also be following Srikanth, who is hot on the heels of the Aston.
Rev King getting an excellent drive on PSI.
Harshi and Vifix make contact, serious contact. That is bound to be a safety car. It is. And it is a VSC. No, I think it's a VSC. So, oh my word, what happened there? I just caught the final moments of that.
Okay, and Vifix doesn't have a front wing,
Yep, and is PSI going to pit? Do you think PSI is going to pit? I think he possibly...
Why is the Alfa Romeo of Sid Venkatesh slowing down so much?
I'm not sure. Maybe for the Delta, I believe. And we see Gupta, PSI, and I would assume Vifix as well into the pit lane. Yup. So I'm not sure what happened there. I was just trying to focus. So many battles going on. It was really hard to focus on the drivers. TBK in the pits as well. Does he have damage as well? And we see Manan also in the pits. So I believe a lot of drivers lost their front wings in this entire ordeal. Yep. TBK changing his front wing, Manan changing his front wing, and we know the other three are changing their front wing as well.
Meanwhile, Easy Level bot in all of this P9.
That's
brilliant.
I'll just say
I think he just kept...
Yeah, exactly. He took the race start really cautious. Yeah.
He almost clips the wall there.
He is 6 seconds behind. He's not really pushed, I believe, and that's sensible. Ibrahim changing his front wing as well, I believe. This has really not been a good race start for a lot of people.
Meanwhile, Srikanth and Raman have 5 seconds, so I think speeding in the pit lane or I don't know. A collision under safety car.
I don't think they came into the pit lane. I think it's probably a collision. But let's have a look at the position changes for now. So Jishnu with a fantastic race start up into P1. Rev King with a bad start, but he still holds on to P2. Both of them are up and down one place respectively. However, Spandan behind them has gained 11 places.
That's
in the
massive.
In the wet
massive.
conditions in an Aston Martin at a track where the Aston's really not powerful.
I think he was channeling his inner Vettel while his teammate Racing Gupta channeled his inner Stroll.
Yep, seems like it because Gupta did get damage. Behind him, Shrikant gaining 3 places, Abdul gaining 4 places. So I think they just kept it clean. I really didn't see much of Abdul at the race start there. I mean, we really didn't get good camera angles at the race start. For anyone who's watching the stream again, I'm really apologetic there, but it's not really my fault. It's Codemasters who to blame here. Behind Abdul is his teammate Raman, who has held his position. Sid Venkatesh up 6 places. That is also pretty respectable, I'd say, by Sid in the Alfa Romeo. Smith losing 3. Smith, I think, traditionally doesn't really get the best of race starts, so I think it's probably best for him that he just lost 3 places. Easy level bot up 8, PSI down 6. If you were PSI, would you have pitted or would you have held on to track position? Because you saw at the race start and you saw in the preceding few. What's happening here? What's happening here? Easy level bot.
Gupta and PSI.
Yep,
what's happening?
And I'm not sure. And PSI and Gupta again, I think there was easy level bot involved as well. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here between them. Vifix is going to get the best view of that. And Gupta almost hits the wall there. Eager to get on the throttle, warm his tires up. If you were PSI, would you have pitted? Because you were just losing an
I really would have, because see, chips, it's a realistic performance.
Yeah.
Like the cars are dogs either way. And to be honest, and Jeddah, you lose a little bit of front wing as well. You know the kind of understeer you'll be getting. So I think it was wise because it's still a long race to go. And looking at Spandan gaining 11 positions in a span of 4 laps, anything could happen. So I think I would have picked. So I think PSI took the right call there.
I think it's sensible, but what I was trying to say is that there'll probably be more safety cars. Harshi is in the chat here. He says, bro, give space. Harshi, please enlighten us on what happened there. We really didn't catch all of it, or at least properly enough. But so if you could just let us know what happened there, because it looked like a very aggressive incident. Oh, and I also think that do you think that Vifix has side pod or underbody damage? His car looks all right.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
But you never know, like if he has like rear wing damage or never know.
You never know. And I think the safety car is going to be in this lap. You can probably follow somebody in the midfield or the rear of the field there. You can have a lot of things to watch. What's happening for the back?
I'm going to go on board with Mosquito bot to see.
Why is Mosquito last? Ibrahim was supposed to be last. Something happened there. We'll get back to that later on. Something for the stewards to note. But I'll be on board with Rev King. We want to know when Jishnu is going to go. Jishnu is a very, very fast and rapid driver. We've seen a lot of good things from him. And I believe the safety car, the safety car is in. I'm going to be on board with Rev King. And Jishnu, I believe, has pounced. Has he? Doesn't necessarily make it very clear. Yes, he has, and Rev King really not getting the best of race starts. Spandan right on the heels of Rev King. Aston Martin versus Ferrari. I think the Ferrari is going to come out on top, no doubt about that. For the back, it's a very well spaced out restart, so it's a very good restart by Jishnu there.
Vfix has fallen back quite a bit. I don't know what's happening
and
there.
And him and TBK very close, and they make
inside.
Slight contact there. Vfix really being squeezed out there. Again. Yep, and I think Vfix was kind of squeezed there onto the curbing. Not really sure what was going on there between the two of them, but I'm not sure what's happening to Mosquito. He's really far down the order. Oh, Rev King!
Oh, Racing Gupta, PSI and EC level bot. That's what's going on here.
It's a very close battle, and TBK gets involved and gets past Racing Gupta. Ibrahim gets a penalty, 3 seconds. The Alpine of Easy Level Bot going wide. Smith and Sid Venkatesh trading places. I think Sid just let Smith by there. But yeah, what is going on here in the midfield? It's a very interesting place to be. Also up ahead, don't forget. Oh, Shrikant on Spandan. He's got a very good run and he gets a fantastic run out of this corner. No, he really messed up his exit there.
Meanwhile, EC level bot and Tanish awfully close to each other.
And behind them as well, it's a very closely knit bunch here. Vifix, I think, really has side pod or at least some sort of structural damage, because I think he's really struggling. This is not the way we see him struggle. And let's see Vifix through this fast left-hander. Gupta. Oh, we see a McLaren in the wall. PSI. Once again, PSI loses his end plate, I believe. Yes.
Racing Gupta losing his car as well.
And it's the same end plate that he lost at the race start. PSI, I don't think he really likes that end plate too much. But yeah, Racing Gupta having a massive movement. And the Red Bull of Manan going around the inside of Vifix. Are they going to make contact? It's so close. But yep, thankfully they gave each other enough space. Rev King takes the lead from Jishnu. What happened to Jishnu there? Completely missed that. There's so much action going on. And we see Rev King
doesn't seem like he has damage. Probably lost his car and
yeah,
Rev King...
probably. Yeah, that makes sense. And so Jishnu finally...
Vfix it. Oh, what's going on here? Sid Venkatesh, Tanishq, EC level, Vfix.
Oh, I think this is just typical wet weather.
I think there's just too much going on to focus on one thing. Meanwhile, Abhishek.
My word, Vfix.
On PSI.
Oh, this is so close for everyone. And easy level but goes wide. Vfix gets him around the outside, inside. I'm not sure PSI goes wide there. This is really utterly chaotic. Rev Kings pulled off a 1.2 second lead here, and side by side PSI and Abhishek is
meanwhile Shrikant on Spandan as well. Oh my god.
Yep, he is really
210s.
And Shrikant is hot on the heels of Spandan, but then again he really is not getting the best of exits here through his through the corners. So that's, I think, where he's really struggling. But yeah, further back, okay.
Sid Venkatesh.
Yep, I'm gonna go on cinematic to watch this. And okay, Sid. I think Sid's just getting out of the way. That was understandable there by Sid. Not wanting to get involved with the Ferrari there. The two Red Bulls are trading places. Something happened to Ibrahim. Not too sure. Harshi has left the session. I think understandably so. He's had enough. Up ahead. Yeah, I think for once we can take a breather here. Don't you think? This is finally seems to be stabilizing a bit.
I think Shrikant and Spandan are the closest battles right now.
Yeah, but
so close going into turn 1. I think Shrikant's really excelling in the corners, but he's struggling to put the power down.
Exactly. So if it's a bit stable now, the racing and the chaos. Now that everybody seems to have settled into a rhythm. Look, I think Spandan's really running low downforce, but then again, I don't think Shrikant has enough confidence to put the power down, as you said.
And that sort of, it has to do with the medium traction he's running as well. Like, that limits the car by a huge margin, so...
I think Sid is really struggling. We see him just tumbling down the order. PSI with a penalty. Behind him is Racing Gupta. These two are very close. Speaking of being close, again, Shrikant and Spandan. Are we going to see a move being made by Shrikant, or once again...
Tanishq on Smith.
Oh.
And he taps Smith.
I'm just going to follow this here, because look at the traction, look at the grip that TBK got compared to Smith. And Smith, oh, I think that was a bit close there between the two of them. Abhishek's an easy level bot. I think easy level bot had a moment. Yup, easy level bot had a moment, and he's been overtaken by PSI Legends and soon by Racing Gupta as well, I believe. I presume. No, I don't think so. This is the case, but Shrikant on around the outside of Spandan. Can he make the move stick? He's really excelled in the corners. Can he do the same right now through the final corner against the Aston Martin?
Oh, Raman and Tanishq come together.
And they're still very close to one another. But I don't think anything's going to happen on this occasion. For the back, I see an Alpha Tauri of Abhishek's really sliding out of the final corner there.
Meanwhile, Vfix 210s behind Smith.
Yep, as they go into turn 1, Vfix has the superior drive. You can just make that. I think Smith is just not... Probably Smith is waiting for the dry conditions. I anticipate that Smith really knows how to place his car properly, and he's defending really well from Vfix, as we can see. That Spandan gets a penalty. Now he's on level ground with Shrikant. Or does Shrikant have 5 seconds? I think Shrikant has 5 seconds penalty. Let me just have a look.
Oh, and VFix lost the car a bit there.
And Shrikant so close to Spandan. They almost made contact there, but yep, further back there's a lot of battles going on. Gupta and PSI side by side through the long sweeping left-hander, and Gupta is past the damaged McLaren, and further behind them Manan and who's this Easy Level Bot make contact. They make a lot of contact, and Easy Level Bot really comes off worse. He's lost a whole host of places within just 2 laps here. Let's see, Shrikant is sliding. Yup, and Easy Level Bot down in 16th
Meanwhile,
now. While
Smith 110 Raman.
Shrikant around the outside of Spandan. Can he make the move on this occasion? Yes, he does get ahead, but Spandan can brake late, which he
Smith
does.
Makes a move on Raman.
And further back, I don't think anything's gonna happen there. But yep, every time.
VFix sends one down the inside of Raman. Good move from him.
Yep,
I think VFix really getting back into his rhythm here. As Tanush sets the fastest lap of the race.
Yup, and as we go into turn 1, Sidvi. No, I don't think Sidvi is here to make a move. I think he's just here to hold on. He's taking it safe, playing it safe. Easy Level Bot has really tumbled down the order after the restart. I don't think the restart has really been very kind to him because he's lost too many places on the right now. I see some lag going on. Ibrahim is really lagging for me. Is the same happening for you?
Not really. It's fairly good for me.
I'm not sure what's happening there then. But again, Smith is holding off VFX pretty well. I mean, we have to... Okay, Shrikant. See, he gets close every single lap, but then again, he can't make the move. I think he must be getting frustrated under that purple, green and blue helmet.
Getting close is one thing, but like nailing traction at exits, that's when you can really materialize.
Trade places. TBK gets past the Mercedes there. And yeah, Shrikant, yeah, exactly. Getting close is one thing, overtaking is another. As you can see from this brilliant helicopter shot here, Shrikant gets so close, and every lap at this portion of the track, he has made the move, and he taps the wall. Just want to ask, is the stream
doesn't have visible
on?
Damage.
Yep, and he... what's he trying to do there? Is the stream on in the background for you?
Moving under braking. Was that moving under braking by Spandan or?
I don't think so, but TBK... Yep, pretty clean move.
And they make contact.
No, that's not clean then. And down the inside of the Aston Martin, Shrikant's gonna get the best view of all this, and they make slight contact there. So TBK getting past 2 cars in the matter of a straight.
I mean, like TBK has made contact with every other car he's passed so far.
I mean, yeah. Elbows out, or is that hard racing? What do you make of that?
I wouldn't call it the cleanest of overtakes, but yeah, that's not for me to decide. The stewards will take a look at it.
Yep, and Shrikant going wide there and getting a brilliant exit. I don't necessarily think that was very much on track. I think Shrikant would probably have to give up the place. Spandan sends one down the inside. Do they make contact? I don't think they did. But Shrikant went off track there and he gained some time in making the overtake. Stewards can make of that what they will.
Him gets a 3-second penalty again. So.
Yep. And he's very close to PSI. PSI is tumbling down the order again. Does he have no front wing now? Because he's really struggling. Ibrahim is just dancing all over the place. Up ahead, Jishnu's lost 5 seconds to Rev King. So I think Rev King just had to take some time, warm up the tires, get into his groove. And I think soon it's going to be a Ferrari 1-2 as we see Mosquito and Easy Level Bot come very close and they make contact. Easy Level Bot has been spun around. Mosquito carries on. Easy Level Bot's really having a torrid race here. And yep, 7 seconds behind.
But I think the battle we really have to look out for is Jishnu and Tanishq. I mean, Jishnu is not a driver who's going to give up places and just like sit behind. So he's going to really put out a fight. So that's going to get quite feisty, if I may.
And okay, in all of this, I didn't really notice it. VFX got past Smith. Did we follow that or not? I don't think we did.
No, I don't think we did.
Yep, so VFX is past the AlphaTauri of Smith there. And yeah, there's not really a lot of close battles going on right now, so let's see what we should be following. Okay, TBK getting very close to Jishnu there. Spandan with another penalty. He's not doing himself any favors here. TBK, he is very eager. He's very, very eager to get past the Haas here. And through the sweeping left-hander, you can see just how much more grip the Ferrari has compared to the Haas. And he should just hold on. They come so close to making contact. He forced Jishnu into making a mistake there. And TBK gets past the Haas. Oh, they make contact!
And they make contact. Jishnu loses his wing.
Oh, my word. And
like from what I saw, Tanish just cut across.
I think they just merged together. I don't necessarily think it was.
No, like I'm not. Like
Gupta's retired. Gupta, something happened to Gupta. Oh, he's had a massive crash. That's a full safety car. I think there is no doubt about it. Yup. And we have our second safety car of the race. This is a godsend for Jishnu, who will really be thanking his lucky stars that Gupta has had a very dramatic end to the race. Are we going to see Gupta's totaled car? We are not. And Ref King stays out, TBK stays out, Shrikant stays out. Yep, no doubt Jishnu is going to box. And everybody else, I believe. No, we see a Spandan into the pit lane. And I believe everybody else, there's no real reason for them to pit. The rain is going to eventually die out. I don't think Spandan has damage, so I'm not sure why he's chosen to make a pit stop. Yep, no damage. He goes onto the hard tires, does he?
What?
Oh, he goes onto the hard tires. It's nowhere close to. Or maybe
Maybe it was mediums on.
No, it's hards. It's hards on Spandan though, and look at the way he's just drifting. Yep, and I think it's a bit too early. And look at Spandan. Spandan has made contact with the wall. Jishnu has made contact with Spandan there. Spandan loses his entire front wing. I think he's just also got rear wing damage. Why?
I don't know what to say to that. I don't have the words to describe. Because it's still really wet out there, and the spray that's been kicked up, like there's no.
And he cuts the corner. Spandan just goes straight lines in the corner there.
And he's still straight lining the corner.
I hope he knows he's gonna get a penalty.
And he hits the wall. And this is gonna hold up everyone behind him.
PSI and Ibrahim, let's look at Ibrahim. Mosquito right behind Ibrahim. See, the rain has, at least it's disappearing, if not disappeared entirely. Actually, maybe it was the right call, but they should have been a lot more cautious with the throttle inputs there. Because look, now Spandan has to go back into the pit lane, no doubt about it, and there you go. I think PSI must really be getting frustrated behind Spandan here, understandably. So let's look at what the top few decide to do. The Ferraris, TBK so close to Rev King under safety car conditions. I'm not entirely sure the teammates are really... Let's see what Rev King does. Rev King, is he gonna box? No, he stays out. Is TBK gonna box? No, TBK stays out as well. So nobody taking the gamble apart from Vifix, who decides to box. Yup, so I think that's
interesting.
That's really the cue for everyone who should be really taking notes. Raman in the pits as well. Let's see
which tire he goes on to. Yep.
Vifix I think he's gonna go on to the mediums. Hards. Okay.
No, mediums. Oh wait.
No, it's hards. Raman's on the mediums.
So it is drying up apparently.
Raman on the mediums. PSI pits, Spandan pits. Ibrahim is going to stay out, understandably. Mosquito stays out as well. And I think easy level. But Spandan retires. Spandan's had enough. I think he has rear wing damage.
But there's still so much spray. I'm on board with Jishnu right now. There's still awful lot of spray in such low speeds. I don't know. It's difficult for me to judge now.
Yep, look at Vifix. We can be on board with him and just see. He's really taking it cautious. This is what Spandan should have done in hindsight, because, he's now taking no further part in the race. He really could have, but the track is damp, but provided you can keep it on the island, I think it's really worth it to take the gamble here.
Wait, let's look at the tire detail. There are 4 drivers on this the dry
Three.
tires.
Oh yeah, 4. Sorry.
4.
Yeah, PSI.
PSI.
I didn't see PSI. My
Yeah.
bad. So PSI is currently the last of the running cars. He's losing time to easy level bot. But okay, I just want to pose the question to you. If you are Rev King, are you gonna pit now and take the gamble, or are you gonna stay out? Because see, the thing is, you are gonna lose positions, but you're gonna lose a whole lot more time if you pit under normal conditions rather than
Yes.
what you would otherwise.
But I still think Chips, like going by my gut feeling, as far as what I can see, the track is still really wet.
But PSI is really far back, so I think we're gonna see another lap of safety car. PSI, look at the way he's losing time. He's just dropping time corner after corner.
I would say on the inters.
Vifix and Jishnu. Jishnu gets a penalty for a collision with Manan.
Oh, what's going on here?
Yep. I want to see. I think somebody might take a gamble. Manan and Jishnu trade places. No, Jishnu has no front wing. Oh. I think this is.
So do you think he's going to go on to the dry tires now?
I think so.
What do you think,
so.
Chips?
Possibly. He may as well take a gamble. But he should go on to the mediums, I feel, not the hards. Because I think that he can probably.
Oh, and he's getting his penalty out of the way as well. Oh, so that's awful. That's.
Oh, Ibrahim and easy level bot very close to one another.
And he goes on to the mediums. The mediums.
Yep, as I predicted. I think rightfully so. He should not do anything else.
There's still so much spray. PSI is struggling to even get the car slowed down.
See, the track is so shiny, but I don't think it'll take more than a lap at the end of the safety car for the track to dry up. A lap or maybe a lap and a half.
I mean, go on board with Tanishq, Chips. Look at the spray.
Oh, something's happened to Jishnu. He's crashed out of the pit lane. And he's reset to track.
Oh god, he was doing so well running in P2 until the collision with Tanishq. That is so unfortunate for Jishnu. He was doing extremely well.
Jishnu's retired on track. Yep, his car is moving.
He has.
I mean, it is a safety car, so we can't have a safety car X2. But stewards, make of that what you will. We are just humble commentators here to take you through the journey. That's all we're here to do. It's gonna be very interesting to see how the dry runners fare against the intermediate runners at the restart. For I believe the restart is gonna be at the end of this lap, because where's Mosquito? Mosquito is not really. He's lost an entire second there. Are we gonna have another lap? No safety cars in this lap. Alright, so maybe you can be on road with Vifix. He's in the midfield and you're gonna get a nice view of everybody else. I'm gonna be on road with TBK, who's following his teammate Rev King, the Charles Leclerc Ferrari following the Carlos Sainz Ferrari. Not something you usually see. And the field is pretty bunched up. Rev King taking it nice and tidy, neat and tidy. Behind them, Srikanth is also going to be eager to get a good restart. What about TBK? What about Rev King? Who's going to get the better restart here? I think it's going to be. He's still taking it to the line. It's still tentative. TBK pulls aside. They're so close. Rev King does launch, and TBK is pretty close to him. Srikanth does not get a good restart there. And TBK into turn 1 is going to make a move on his teammate. Is he going to go for a dive down the inside? He sends a letter of intent, but he doesn't do much more than that. Thankfully so. That would have been chaos.
Abhishek and Smith getting swallowed.
Abhishek and Smith very close to one another, and they almost make contact there. It's so close. Behind them, Sid Venkatesh, and yup, Vifix falling down the order. All of the dry runners are really struggling, and the two Alpha Tauris are so close to one another.
Tanishq loses it, almost makes contact with Srikanth Das.
But he's held on.
Gets a jump on Tanishq.
Yup, and Srikanth, but for how much longer? We have seen Srikanth really struggle in these conditions, then he gets a penalty.
And he gets another penalty. 8 seconds. Chips.
That really has to hurt him. And Manan down the inside of Sid Venkatesh. They're so close. No, they're not really that close. But he gets past the Alfa Romeo there. I mean, they're still side by side. This is really some fantastic racing by the two of them.
No, it's just not dries yet. I'm telling you. Look at how like Raman's lost. He's losing time like there's no tomorrow.
Although I
told you, Chips.
I think maybe I mean I was also predicting that we'll have one lap of these conditions, and then the track's really going to dry up. So is this lap going to be enough to build a big enough delta? Ibrahim gets past Vifix. Vifix struggling.
Meanwhile, Tanishq and Srikanth.
And yep, TBK's pass. I saw yellow flag for some reason. I got a bit distracted there. What's happening further back? Vifix has made contact, has he, with Ibrahim? So the gamble's not really paid off for him here. He's really losing a whole lot of time, and I don't really understand why he's gone onto the hards and not the mediums. Everybody around him is on the mediums, those who've taken the gamble. But yeah, the dry is really not giving any grip here, and even right now I think you're right, maybe it was a bit too early. I was just a bit,
I mean, just like going by the spray, look, it's impossible, even on softs right now.
I think Sidvi, I think Sidvi on the inters is struggling, so it's under. What's happening to Smith? Smith is retired. Mick Schumacher. It's the Mick Schumacher section, and that's a safety car. That's a safety car.
Yes, it is.
So, yep, I was just gonna say at the end of this lap, I think the advantage is going to be nullified that the intermediates have, but I think at this point, yes, everybody should pit. Mosquito onto the soft tires. I don't think the softs are going to go that long, my friend. Do you think they can go 9 laps, 10 laps?
Nope, not around Jeddah.
Even with safety car?
Impossible. Even with a safety car, I don't. You're just gonna burn through those tires like all. Oh wait. Okay.
See, I think that at least one of the top 3 should take the gamble in, but there's no real reason to stay out now on the intermediate tires. Smith has left the session, understandably so, frustrated. He was doing really well. P5, I believe he was. But let's see, Rev King is gonna he's gonna come in. TBK is gonna stay out. Srikanth is gonna come in as well. I think everybody's gonna box. I think, okay, TBK would have got the double stack, but I think the double stack would really... Sidvi stays out. No, Sidvi stays out. So does Easy Level Bot. And Srikanth's held in the pit lane. Oh, he has to serve his penalty. Yeah, I was wondering what's happening there. And change his front wing as well. Everybody going onto the medium tires there, and I think understandably so. Let's look at Raman. He was the first of the dry runners on track. Is he gonna get a jump on anybody? I really don't think so. No, so the gamble didn't pay off for them. Yep, and Raman in the pits again. Ibrahim in the pits, Vifix in the pits as well. Okay, Vifix in the pits.
Locking up all the way.
And he went off track as well there.
I still think it's little too wet, Chips, for dries.
I mean, there's no rain. The track is shiny, but it's not nearly as shiny as it was just a few laps ago. I think this is a very... Oh,
look, there's no grip.
Yep.
There's no grip whatsoever.
Everybody's really struggling. Raman comes out on the softs. Vifix on the mediums, which I think he should have just stayed on the mediums. Come out on the mediums initially. But see... It's really a knife's edge here. What do you do?
Ooh, GRL. I mean, see, like if the track dries out in, let's say, the next 2-3 laps, then that's gonna be quite a bit of a headache. But as it stands, I think Inters is the way to go.
But I'll also just say this, think about it. We have had, Rev King really going very deep there. See, we have had a few more laps of running after the previous safety car, and the racing line has been rubbered in as well. Plus the track is also drying out. It's not drying up very rapidly because it's night time and it's cold rather.
There's still so much spray is the thing that I do not understand. I don't see any spray.
I don't see any spray.
There's a lot of spray. There's still like drops of and
Rev King
pits again.
But why? Yeah, I mean he might as well have just committed to the strategy.
Do you think he has damage?
What's he doing? Another set of mediums? Huh?
Wing damage.
Oh. Alright,
wow.
So Not good for Rev King. PSI in the pit lane as well. Does PSI also have damage? I
Doesn't
don't
seem like it.
No, he is just changing onto a fresh set. I think that's understandable and probably smart as well. He's not really gonna lose too many places if he pits now, and he's gonna be on absolute fresh tires.
I mean, there's only 3 drivers on Inters.
Yup, and they're the
Like
top 3.
I still think Chips. Like on my screen, I can still see a lot of spray, and like when I go on board, I still see drops of rain. So
I don't see any
know.
rain. I don't see any rain. Maybe alright, yeah. So I think it just in the first sector, the first and the last sector, some parts of it have rain. Otherwise, it's pretty clean, I'd say. No issues whatsoever. Oh, Rev King hits the wall again. He loses his end plate.
Oh God, that's just.
So I think some are doing better than the others. I see, like for example, Abdul Samad is not really having too many issues. Neither is Abhishek's. Maybe Rev King should have stayed out. Possibly. I mean,
Should have.
At this point, he's gone from P1 to P8, and I believe he's gonna pit again, and he's gonna fall down to P12 because Mosquito's a long way back.
Look how far behind GRL Mosquito is.
Although I think there's just gonna be one more lap of safety car. See, I can't see any spray, but
yeah, I can see on the stream that you don't see any spray, but on my screen it's quite wet. That's weird.
Safety cars in this lap?
What? This lap. Oh, what?
Oh, how this field is so far. Look at Mosquito. Look at the rest of the. Okay, nonetheless, you can follow somebody on the dry tires. I'll follow Sid Venkatesh and TBK. TBK is really feisty and fast today, and he is bolted. He's bolted. He's gone, and all those behind him are really struggling to put the power down. Yup, and Easy Level Bot gets a great restart, and he's gonna probably get past Sid Venkatesh into turn 1. No, he doesn't, but Abdul Samad just sends it down the inside. I think he has just nothing. He can't brake, and he gets a penalty, but yeah, the dries are not really doing well. Something's happening too. I don't know.
VFix going down the inside of Ibrahim.
And up ahead, Manan, Abhishek, and Srikanth very close. Ibrahim, Ramen, Vifix. This is so close, and Vifix just has to let Ramen by there. This is really chaotic at the race restart here. Manan chasing down Abhishek's. Red Bull and AlphaTauri. This is, well, Helmut Marko's worst nightmare. And Ramen retired. What's happened? It's a very aggressive crash, I believe. Is that going to be another safety car? Is that going to be another safety car? I want to just know what happened to Ramen here. That is a full safety car. So, oh my word, Rev King had to take really evasive action there. Rev King on the intermediates. He did pit.
I don't know what's going on. You think it's a lobby glitch at this point?
19 laps in.
Doesn't seem like it, but the interesting thing is it's bone dry for you, Chips.
Yup, and it
bone dry for you on your screen. But
is there still spray for you?
Yeah, still awful lot of spray. That's why I was quite surprised. There's still drops of rain.
I can see just a few flickering drops in sector 1 and 3, some parts of it. Okay, everybody is gonna stay out, no reason to pit. At the restart, we saw again the intermediate runners getting the better run out of the corners there. Are the top 3 gonna finish the race on these tires? I mean,
it's doable.
They've gone past the pit lane, so they can't really do much from here on. But it really is doable. It's gonna be a bit of a gamble for Sid Venkatesh, but I think with the multiple safety cars we've had, his tire wear really won't be as
Meanwhile, VFX in the pits.
Softs, no doubt about it. Ibrahim in the pits as well. Yep, no doubt about it. VFX on the soft tires, and I believe Ibrahim as well. He has to change his front.
And wing damage. Oh, jeez.
Yep, that is supremely unfortunate there for Ibrahim, but and I think now he's the last car now, last of the running cars. 20 laps in, we have seen so much entertainment and so much drama, and we still have another 5 laps to go as we cross the line. I think this time the safety car really should wait for all the drivers to catch up. Ibrahim, Mosquito, and Vifix as well. So I think it's pretty odd and pretty rare to see Vifix really not getting the strategy calls and really struggling to have things go properly, go his way rather. But I see on the soft tires, let's have a look at Vifix through the corners. Nope, still having to be very cautious with the throttle here. And I don't know, see, I think Jeddah at night really won't dry out fast enough, despite the temperate area.
Meanwhile, Sid Venkatesh is nearly gone back by like 1.7 seconds.
I think there's actually the field is pretty spaced out. I think Sidvi is staying cautious.
Meanwhile, Tanishq tries to dummy Sid Venkatesh, nothing doing there.
I don't think any of them are going to pit. They might as well take the gamble here. They've stayed out for so long, They might as well just go to the end here. Nothing else, they're going to be guaranteed points. Because I feel like there's going to be some chaos at the back. People really eager to get past one another. Oh. Does Shrikant have damage? It looked like it. Up ahead, what's going on? Easy level bot has made some slight contact with the wall.
Tanishq almost making contact with the safety car.
He's telling Bird
Mylander to passing it.
And I mean,
look.
Yep. I mean, oh my word. And he's really telling Bird Mylander the tricks of the trade, how to go faster.
A little, like, a tap is going to just disqualify him. So he's got to be very cautious here.
That's just going to give him a penalty. Overtaking the safety car and then not letting it back by in time is going to give him a disqualification. But TBK really... I'm pretty speechless here. I don't know what to say. This is not really something I've ever had to talk about ever before. And he does levels. He comes level with the safety car. I mean...
What's going on?
He's having his fun.
Yeah.
He's having his fun, but I hope he doesn't get carried away in the fun. The safety car is probably and most likely going to be in this lap, and I think TBK is going to be the first to see that. The safety car lights are still on. I believe they're going to go out any moment now. Yes, they are. Yup, so you can probably follow somebody in the midfield, as has been the case for the past previous three safety car restarts. Like I'm growing old, saying all the same statements over and over again. But we see Sid Venkatesh. Actually, TBK is really slowing down the field quite a bit. That's a nice restart tactic to trick the other drivers. Vifix and Mosquito are trading places, but up ahead, something's happened to Mosquito. Mosquito has really lost momentum. Not sure what's happening, but TBK has bolted, and Sid Venkatesh not really getting the best of restarts there. I think his tires are 2-1 at this point, but TBKs are just 2 laps fresher than him. Sidvi doesn't get the best of restarts. Let's have a look. No, Abhishek's still losing time. Everybody, all the dry runners are still losing a whole host of time. And let's have a look at Rev King, who's going to make a move around the outside of PSI and probably into turn 1, going to make a move on Abdul as well. No, he's a bit too far back on this occasion, but he comes so close and he has to take evasive action there. And he has to go off track and he gets a penalty.
And PSI and Vfix make contact.
Yep, these two are really friendly in qualifying, but not really right now on lap 22 out of 25. And they make contact again. They make contact again.
They spin.
For a third time. PSI has been spun. Vfix. Oh, no. And Ibrahim trying to make a move on him. Rev King on the intermediates is so feisty and so incredibly quick. Do you think he can get P4? I think...
Could be.
Because look at how the dry runners are struggling. Abhishek has lost 2.5 seconds to easy level
There's
bot.
nothing. There's nothing on those tires.
Yup, and Rev King just needs to be play his cards well. He can't really be cautious. It's the end part of the race. He really needs to make moves fast, but he needs to be clever and wise about it. The two Red Bulls ahead. No, that's not the two Red Bulls. That is a McLaren and Red Bull. Manan and Shrikant very close, and Abdul and Rev King battling. Abdul and Rev King in a very intense battle, and Rev King gonna send one down the inside, and oh, he makes contact, and he has spun. I don't know who he made contact with. That was a very odd crash there by Rev King, but he is. I said he has to play his cards well, and he really didn't do that there. He caused himself unnecessary trouble there, and I mean he's just causing himself issues for no reason. Vifix heading past Abdul really getting out of the way there. I believe Ibrahim, no, I don't think Ibrahim is going to follow suit here. But up ahead, easy level bot on Sid Venkatesh. TBK is just disappeared. 4.5 seconds in a lap. Easy level bot has also
apparently the last to first worked well for him.
I mean, yeah, he did stay true to his word there, so we have to give him that.
I mean, there were still a lot of incidents, so
yeah, I mean,
we'll see about that.
On track, he's really done what he had said, so props to him for doing that. He's really not been very neat in doing so. Some questionable tactics there, but I mean, it got him to P1, so he's laughing to the bank at the end of the day. In more ways than one. Rev King heading back after Ibrahim. He really, I don't know, shot himself in the foot. Maybe he just did a Ferrari, and I say that as a Ferrari fan. Being too eager and just making too many mistakes. PSI and Mosquito. PSI, does he have damage again? No, he doesn't. But I think just PSI just had a very torrid race. But easy level bot on Sid Venkatesh. This is also a battle we should probably be following. Sidvi just needs to hold on. He needs to put his car in all the right places, which he seems to be doing at the moment. Further back, Vifix on Shrikant. Shrikant struggling on the mediums, while Vifix not necessarily doing too much better on the softs. I just want to mention that slowly and steadily, I think the dryers are getting closer to the intermediates. Maybe in the last lap, we're going to see the dries come into action, come into play. Refkin getting past the Red Bull of Ibrahim there. PSI getting past Mosquito into the final corner, the hairpin, and Refking with the fastest lap. I mean, what could have been for Refking? He's back behind Abdul, and once again he has to take evasive action. This is the penultimate lap of the race. TBK has no competition whatsoever apart from himself. He just needs to keep it clean and on the track, and he is gonna win the race. One of the most entertaining and dramatic races we've seen, and it's still not over. We still have a lap and a half to go. Up ahead, what's going on between Shrikant and Vivix? Vivix gets past the McLaren there, and Shrikant once again has to go wide. Behind them, Refking on Abdul Samad. Is he gonna make a move? No, I think this is... What do you think? What do you make of all this? Are you there, Redstone? We seem to have lost Redstone, I think. Not hearing anything from him. But nonetheless, I shall take you all through the final half of this race. Refking making some aggressive moves here, and through this brilliant helicopter shot, we can see Refking, who's gonna get a brilliant switch back on Abdul Samad, and they come very, very, very close. And yep, we don't have Redstone with us anymore in the party. He's left and he's joined back. Alright, something's happened there. Refking and Ibrahim very close to one another, but I think nothing doing on this occasion. It is the final lap of the race, and they almost make contact rather. And I don't think Refking's really been kind to himself in these final parts of the race. Abdul right behind Shrikant, and up ahead easy level but can't get past Sid Venkatesh. TP gets pulled away by 10 seconds. I had to put emphasis there because that's not a small that's not a small feat by any means. Although I completely forgot he does have 6 seconds. Alright, so he's he got a penalty right now, but I mean, it's more than enough. He's almost double the gap there of the penalty, nullifying all the issues he had there. Refking hot on the heels of Abdul for the third time. Redstone has left the party once again. I'm not sure. And he's joined back. And PSI gets a penalty that's probably going to demote him behind the Alfa Romeo. Sorry, not the right thing to pull up there. Rev King, I think nothing doing here. He's really, I think he has right end plate damage as well. Let me have a look. No, he doesn't, but he's really struggling. Although up ahead, it has been plain and clear sailing, clear skies for TBK. In many ways, and he is gonna come up to the line in the Ferrari. Abhishek's DNF, my word, in the final sector, but nonetheless TBK is gonna come up to the line and win the race. Easy level bot gets past Sid Venkatesh at the final corner. They make slight contact there, and Easy level bot is past the Alfa Romeo on the final lap, but with his penalty he's gonna fall back. Is Manan gonna get a podium? Is Manan gonna get a podium in this race? No, he missed out by a 10th. Vivek finishes P5, and there are a lot of drivers finishing with penalties here. Shrikant, Rev King, Abdul Ibrahim, PSI, and last of the runners is going to be GRL Mosquito. Abhishek's really had issues at the end there for him to retire, but I mean, take a bow, TBK, Sid Venkatesh, and Easy Level Bot. They took the gamble to stay out, and what's happening here? Oh, typical Codemasters. But what a race. What an unbelievable race we've just seen. And it all ends with Tanishq B. Kiran in the Ferrari TBK winning the race from last place, last position. Easy Level Bot, who was also, I think he was in the penultimate position, he finishes, no, Easy Level Bot, yeah, he finished on track, he finished P2, but let's have a run through the order here because, wow, TBK with the fastest lap and last to first challenge complete, brilliant drive by him, he finishes P1, Sid Venkatesh is P2, Easy Level Bot is P3, he finished P2 on track, but his penalty really hurt him there. Manan in the Red Bull finished P4, just a 10th of the podium there. Fifix P5, he really had to do a lot of damage limitation in the end there. Shrikant finishes P6, he had a very eventful race there. Rev King had a incredibly eventful race, he finishes P7. Abdul Samad finishes P8, he could have possibly had a few more places under his belt. Ibrahim finishes P9 and GRL Mosquitoes are the last of our finishers, last of our points finishers, finishes P10. PSI with his penalties is dumped down the order into P11, and Abhishek's, he is a lap down, but he has not finished the race, as has Raman, Smith Shah, Jishnu, Spandan, Racing Gupta, and Hershey. That is all our drivers. I'm just gonna go through the incidents column for the stewards per usual, and I see, wow, that's a lot of, my word, that's too many penalties. I'm just going to invite our top 3 into the party chat here. I really want to talk to them. This has been a very eventful and amazing race. And yep, I have added our top 3 into the party. What a Saudi Arabian Grand Prix we have just had. We have with us Easy Level Bot and Sid Venkatesh, and I believe soon we should have a Tanishq as well. Do we have Tanishq? Not yet. Yep, TBK is here. I'm just gonna wait for everybody's audio to come online. Yep, some stupid issues for me. As we wait for everybody to become audible, we have Easy Level Bot, we have Sid Venkatesh, and we have TBK who's just loading in. Yep, I believe we have everyone with us. So before we start, guys, I just want to say that was a very inspired gamble y'all took, and it really paid off for you. So congrats to all 3 of you. That was some fantastic strategy work by all of you. Now we start off with the Easy Level Bot. You were in the Alpine, right? Easy Level Bot?
Yeah. Yep.
So, firstly, congratulations on the podium here. You did finish P2 on track, but I think your penalty really came back to hurt you in the end. Just managed to catch your overtake. Didn't really catch all of it, but just walk us through your race. Starting 17th and finishing third is really amazing.
I seriously have no clue how I ended up on the podium. It was just, first of all, it was surprising to see rain in the race when I looked at the session map. And qualifying, I went for the last lap. I broke my wing on the out lap, so qualifying was nothing for me pretty much. So I had to start at the back of the grid. Then I saw the rain come through and it was very slippery. I kept on asking Mark what the situation is, and I assumed the water, the track is not going to dry out anytime soon, even after the rain. I kept on going, and I knew it could be very close. I wanted to overtake Sid so that I have a bit of a cover from the chasing medium, dry rush slick tire runners behind. But I made a mistake in the second last lap, and even he made the mistake at the same corner, I think. And at the end of the day, it was I just made that move. P2 on track is fine. Eventually, strategy overall worked off. I made a quick double car switchback on those intermediate tires at the safety car restart. That was something that was brilliant for me. It was a good race. I have no clue because I was caught up in incidents. I got squeezed and taken out, but somehow I managed to get P3, which is surprising, but yeah, relieving indeed.
Yep, against the odds, you did get onto the podium here. Just let me know, at the race start, were you really taking it cautious? And I mean, I just want to know how cautious you were taking it, because you were some 6 seconds behind at the safety car from the next driver.
Oh no, I got tapped from behind at the race start.
Oh,
I don't know if Tanishq lost his car or what happened. I got a tap. My car spun around. I had rear wing damage all throughout the race. Little rear wing damage, and I was getting a lot of oversteer as well. And in between, I crashed, broke my wing as well, and then got squeezed, and then the wing completely came out altogether. But yeah, it was weird. Race start, I was way at the back. There were some incidents, and the safety cars came out, so that helped.
nonetheless, you can still be very happy. Congratulations on your P3 finish. That's very respectable. Well done.
Thanks, Chips. Cheers.
Cheers. Now we move on to P2. Sid Venkatesh, are you here? Are you audible?
Yes.
Yes. So Sid, I think I'm pretty sure you are the only driver who did not stop even once the entire race, because even the two other drivers here, TBK and Gaurav, both pitted at some point in the race. You did not pit at all. So just walk us through your strategy. What prompted you to not make a single pit stop?
Man, Ganga is first with the guys over here. It's easy level, man. What pace, and TBK great pace, man. Yeah, so Chips, I had no idea what to do because it looked like it's gonna rain throughout, and suddenly it just started getting dry in the end. So I was contemplating whether to pit or not. Then I decided I'm gonna do the same thing that TBK does. So I'm just gonna do the same thing, and I just went on with him. And it was very tough initially because I was running on dry setups, and after that I just got used to the inputs in steering wheel, and how to go about the corners and stuff like that. Yeah, the car was sliding like massively. I think Easy was referring to that. Every time in that corner I kept sliding out, and I had to give gradual acceleration. I couldn't go all out. I had no pace in the straights also. I mean, I had the other cars like a Red Bull or a Mercedes overtake me, like even when I was on like full throttle. So it was like crazy. It was a horrible car to drive though. I mean, honestly, it was just terrible. Yeah, Alfa Romeo was stupid. I mean, I would never want to take that car ever again. But yeah, it was just luck that I got P2 because I think Easy had 3 seconds. And I mean, I don't know how he found the pace in the end, but suddenly I just saw him right behind me, and I couldn't even use my battery because it was just too late to use it. But yeah, great performance, guys.
And a great driver, you as well. We saw you not really like wasting time by battling others. I saw you on a couple of occasions letting others by in a very clever manner. So I think you just played the tactics game pretty well, and I think that shows you really gained with it. You are P2, and wow, just great.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations to you. Well done.
Thanks, Source.
And at last, at long last, the person who started last, TBK, are you here?
Of course, my man.
Yes. So you did say before the race start that you were going to attempt last to first, and here you
Joke's
are.
on you. Wait, what's his name? I forgot his name. What's his name?
Redstone.
Oh yeah, Redstone. Joke's on you. Ha.
Yeah,
Okay.
Moving on. For now, just a great race by you. You did. I mean, there were a couple of, I think, aggressive moves. I just want to ask a off-topic question here. What happened? What were you doing behind the safety car there? Like you're trying
I was just bored. I was just
He
battling.
was
with it.
racing them.
Yep.
1 second.
Yep.
Give me.
All right. There we go. Nonetheless, just want to ask the two of you here till he comes back. Just walk us through your last lap battle there, because you were really close the entirety after the restart. So just tell us what happened at the final lap there.
I think in the second last straight, Easy caught up like almost a second on me, right, Easy?
Yep. I think that was full deployment.
Oh yeah, you did. I wasn't expecting you to use the battery there, but yeah, you had to catch up. Crazy the person.
Yep.
Yeah, so when that restart happened, I kept on deploying the first lap as well, and I saw the battery regeneration was also pretty good. It was very nice. So I kept on deploying, and I had some mega straight line speed. I was running really low wings, and that just helped me gain. First sector I was losing a lot of time to him, and then the middle sector is where middle and the final straights is where I closed in, and I thought that last lap. I actually planned to make a move in the second last lap so that the last lap I get some kind of cover from the soft runners, dry runners, but I made a mistake. He also made a mistake at the same corner.
Yeah.
And then then that last lap was full push. I do it or lose the podium. It was full like that. And somehow by a tenth of a second, I think managed that podium from Manan.
Yep. That was.
Every time I press the battery on and my car would drift. That's how
Yeah.
bad the car was, man. It was too tough to drive that car.
I mean, plus your tire life as well. So
Yeah, true.
great battling by the both of you.
I think this
Really
is
well.
like I didn't know if TBK pit, did he?
Just 2 laps after you. Sorry, 2 laps after the restart.
Oh really?
Yep.
Okay.
He had like 23 laps and you had 25 lap tires at the end there.
Oh, okay.
So, yep.
This guy,
TBK, are you back?
Yeah.
All right. So, just walk us through your race and your decision to not pit as well.
I mean, congrats to Sid in easy level, and it was quite an easy race. I think everybody was on like 0 AI for me. I think, but yeah, I didn't want the Ferrari anyway. But I don't know. So yeah, I think I would have exchanged it and still got P1. Sid, trust me.
It's fun.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, opening lap. I'm so sorry, Easy. I wasn't paying attention. I just tapped you from the back.
Oh, I was surprised. I was like, what just happened? But anyway, man, last to first is anyway, that was just a small hiccup for you, but great race from you. Congratulations on that drive.
I was just playing with. I wasn't on any party, so I was free to talk. So I was like commentating on myself, like down the inside, I go on the safety car. It was pretty fun. But yeah, it was. But congrats to what Sid for making this. Yeah.
He made us sweat.
Yeah.
He kept tempting us with the 3 seconds that he had that we could catch up with him, but eventually
5, man, he was flying.
I think at the end your gap was 11, 12 seconds. What was it? No, it was
6
like
seconds at the end of 2 laps of the race start. After the start, I thought.
Yep. So you were absolutely on fire today. So just massive congratulations to you. Well done. That is some incredible pace you have there.
Well sponsorships as well for every week coming out here to do the comps. Really appreciate it, bro.
Yep, thank you. And thank you for putting up a show every weekend as well. We love to see it. We absolutely love to see it. And I think with that, I think I will close it here. And I thank everyone for tuning in. Thank our drivers here, our top 3, for giving us an amazing show, and all the other drivers as well. And we shall see you soon on Thursday for the Division Numero Uno race. Until then, take care, good night, thank you, and bye-bye.
Yes, guys.
GG, GG guys, GG Sid, GG TV game.